Martinelli, 2 quick goals for the Gunners. They were 2-0 behind, 2 deflected strikes from Bastien and Amala, but Arsenal showed great resilience to come back into it, and they are through to the next round. It's finished here. Standard Liège 2, Arsenal 2.
Well, it finishes 2-2 at Standard Liège, and Arsenal finish top of the group. Jim Adrian, oh my goodness, I'm excited. We got through top of the group. Jim, Adrian, please give me your thoughts on that second half.
That was one of the more bizarre halves
You're
of
not as
football
excited
that
as me,
though. I'm slightly baffled by it, to go 2-0 down like that, and then to so quickly get back to 2-2, and then all the sudden drama at the end with what was going on in the other game. That was not the half I was expecting at all. It was listless until Arsenal got the first goal back, and then they woke up.
I agree. I concur. It was a strange old game. Arsenal just came alive in the last sort of 15, 20 minutes. It was really bad at the start of the second half. No real... We'd asked them, didn't we, at the interval, can they push on? Can they be professional? So, you know, look to claim a 2 or 3-0 victory. It was the exact opposite. They went onto the back foot, made silly mistakes, gifted 2 goals, and you thought, crikey, what's going on? Then they came to life, and you thought, hang on, this is what it's all about. Yeah. It all got very exciting towards the end, and... yeah, I suppose Arsenal can go away feeling quite good about themselves, which you wouldn't have said after 65 minutes.
No, it's certainly one of the stranger ways I've seen us qualify out of a group. Yeah, very unusual. It doesn't feel like a performance that's really even worthy.
It's a slightly hollow success, finishing
very
top of the group, because it wasn't. Well, it was far from vintage football from Arsenal.
Yeah, well, we saw that tweet earlier saying that Freddie's unbeaten in Europa League. He's still unbeaten in Europa League. Who was the man of the match for you guys? Because Tim and David said Saka.
I'd have to agree.
Yeah, I think you'd have to. Yeah, I mean, the cross for the first goal was a peach. You know, that was my position. Just wrapped his left foot around it. It was absolutely perfect. He couldn't miss Lacazette. And then the second goal was really nice. It was good intricate play. Lovely one too. Martinelli gets himself another goal contribution. He just bounces the pass off for Saka. I do think the keeper was incredibly slow to get down for it.
Yeah, we were saying while we were watching the game, the goalkeeper, if you look at the way he positions himself, he looks like an outfield player in goal, doesn't he? Like he's just really sort of running through treacle almost, but we'll take it. I think the great thing about Saka as well was that he showed initiative in that period, and he took the game by the scruff of the neck and was like, you know what, I'm just going to play with some urgency, and that paid off for us.
Yeah, first half he was excellent in terms of he pushed on, he made things happen, he got some shots away. He was one of our better players in the first half, and he crowned it in the second by making the contributions for the goals, the all-important goals, the goals that help Arsenal finish in top spot.
Yeah, OK, well, you guys in Arsenal Nation also thought Saka was the man in the match. Let's take a look at these tweets. If there's one glimmer of hope at Arsenal at the moment, it's Saka. That's double-edged, that tweet, I'd say. Next up, Saka deserved to score, and he's been brilliant. Arsenal Long Island, thank you, says Saka to Laka. I mean, as Arsenal fans, we always get ahead of ourselves, don't we?
Yeah, we really do.
I like it. Is that actually him?
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, it's a glimpse into the future. Look,
yes.
What I'll say about Saka is that I think his form had plateaued a bit. He burst onto the scene. It was sensational, really, for someone so young. Then he started to look like a youngster in the man's game, didn't he? Physically, it caught up with him. I think he's finding his feet again now. You've got to remember, he's a very young boy, and at his age, I was playing in the youth team. Lucky to get a few reserve games. He's out there playing in the Premier League and the Europa League. He's doing exceptionally well.
OK, well, the next tweet sums up the game. Let's have a read of this one, then. Ex-Spurs youngster Edwards puts Vitoria ahead against Frankfurt to send Arsenal top of the group. You love to see it. We love to see it.
Wow, love to see it.
Yeah. Not a great performance, but I mean, that gives it an extra, you know, cherry on the top.
It's a bonus. I mean, look...
And there's the table there. As we said, we finished top of the group. Frankfurt have also qualified 2 points behind us.
It's poor from Frankfurt. I mean, you shouldn't be losing at home to Vitoria, should you? That's awful. I wouldn't have been bothered if we'd have been runners-up. It would have probably had a more glamorous tie in the last 16. It wouldn't have been an issue. Been quite excited, actually, to look forward to it. But hopefully the pathway towards the latter stages will be a little bit clearer now. But hand on heart, I think we're going to have to be a lot better to progress in the knockout stages. Standard Liege are a mediocre team. Yeah. They're in the Belgian league. Yeah. This is the kind of fixture, I don't mean this disrespectfully to the guys that are out there, it's the kind of fixture most Arsenal teams in years gone by would have won 3, 4 or 5-0. Mm. So that's where we are at the moment. 2-2 is okay in the scenario, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not brilliant.
OK, well, speaking about the team that played today, we're obviously back in action in the Premier League on Sunday against Manchester City. Jim, how would you like to see the team line up? Would you prefer to see what we saw on Monday and that team selection that Freddie had play at London Stadium?
Absolutely, yeah. I think this was a chance for Freddie to experiment with some of the players that he wanted to give a game, as Adrian touched on earlier on. But yeah, I think I think Martinelli has to start on the left with Aubameyang in the middle, and I hear that Pepe's out with potentially a bruised knee, but I don't know if he's in contention or not. But if he's fit, then I think he should start. So yeah, I think realistically, I think this performance, this game, the approach to it has to be disregarded and just swept under the carpet almost, because this is not going to. This is not the way to take on Man City, shall we say.
So you're not feeling inspired as a fan then, as well?
I am not feeling inspired as a fan by the performance we've just watched, no. But again, you know, it's the Europa League. There's a lot of young players out there. They're not the finished article yet. They've got mistakes in them. And to be fair, both goals are pretty unfortunate as well in elements. So, you know, it's a learning experience for a lot of those players. And we got through top of the group. So, you know, it is what it is. And hopefully Sunday will be very different.
OK, well, episode 4 of the Arsenal Nation podcast is out. Take a listen to this snippet now.
I specifically remember one training session, I've spoken about this before. It was international break. For some reason, Thierry hadn't gone away with France. I wish to God he had. So there was a session we did at London Colney where you inadvertently pair up. And what Pat would do was roll the ball into the middle of the area, and the first person to the ball would attack, and the second person there would defend. So I just kind of, you know, put my bib on and looked up, and yeah, Thierry, brilliant. So the first time, ball's rolled, Thierry's there, drop the shoulder, goal. So I'm like, right, this is going to be a long session. So and Dicko, he's gone to me, he's gone, right, now, you know Thierry's stronger on his right, so try and show him down the line, set him up. I was like, right, okay, got it. So next one, pushed me out the way, left foot, bottom corner, goal. So I'm like, I don't know what to do here. On the one occasion I got to the ball first, by the time I took a touch, he just literally boshed me out of the way, and I was on the verge of crying, genuinely. I was so out of my depth.
Well, if you haven't downloaded it, make sure you download it. Guys, I'm going to come to you for that all-important one word to sum up the match. I have a feeling they're not going to be the most inspiring. But anyway, Adrian, I'll come to you first. You were laughing.
I hadn't even thought about this. You put me right on the spot now. I don't know. It was great for about 5 minutes. The rest of it, pretty mediocre. I know that's not one word, sorry.
No, Jim, could you maybe do it in one word, do you think?
Fine. And not like a really good wine, just like...
Yeah, it was fine. It was an OK result, and it's good to finish top spot. We won't remember this game in a year's time, that's for sure.
Put it to the back of our memories. OK, well, Jim and Adrian, thank you so much for joining us in the studio. You guys at home, thank you as always for watching. We'll be back here in the Arsenal Nation studio on Sunday for all the build-up to kick off in our Premier League match against Manchester City. See you soon.